Hi, and welcome to our first official week in ECE 252. For week 1, we will be reading chapter 1. So you will need to read chapter 1 in your textbook. It's titled A Day with Two Families, Diversity of Experience. Here are the learning objectives for that chapter. After reading chapter 1, you'll be able to identify circumstances in family lives and influence parents and children. Describe why teachers have an obligation to understand family life and how family life impacts teaching, and identify types of diversity that may be found in typical communities. Excuse me. You will read in chapter 2 about two families. You'll read about the Lawrence family and the Ashlee family. And the textbook will give you these scenarios of a day in the life of these families. And you get to see what they go through and the different stressors that they have and how that affects them. And it helps us as educators start to think about the different types of families that we encounter in our classrooms and how we need to deal with those families and the things that we need to provide for our students based on their family lives and those experiences, and how we support the families in the education process as well. So it really helps us to start to identify with different types of families, the diversity of families that we will have in our programs when we're teaching in chapter 1. And so I'm excited for you to read chapter 1 and really start to reflect on those two families. And you will reflect on those two families in this week's discussion board as well, so I can see your application of learning. Some things I wanted to point out in this module that you need to look through in addition to reading chapter 1. This folder here contains 2 important articles I'd like you to read. One is titled Understanding Families, and one is titled Culture in the Classroom. The Culture in the Classroom article is actually a web link, and it has some different videos within that article to help you to start to really understand and think about diversity in the classroom and the way that you approach that in your families as well. I also want you to watch this video on YouTube. It's a short video. It's called Our Family, a film about family diversity. Again, our family structures in the homes today are very diverse, and one does not necessarily look like another, and one family may look like another, but that still means that that doesn't necessarily mean they're the same. Every family has a different culture within it, and we need to start to look at those, understand those, empathize with those families, and really have an appreciation and understanding for those as well. So that's a video about that. Here's the PowerPoint that you can click in just to guide you through your reading. There's some questions to think about within the PowerPoint as well, just to help you while you read. And then here's the discussion board. So you're going to click on the discussion board. It's going to lead you to that discussion board page, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here and click into the week 1, chapter 1 discussion board forum here. And then when you're ready to respond, you're going to click on the create thread here, and you're going to respond to my question here. You'll see that this question has you respond to the situations that you read about with those two families in your textbook. You'll also notice that whenever you go into the discussion board that you will not see anyone else's response until you post yours. And that is just so I can see your understanding and not the fact that you're going and copying and pasting someone else's response. I want to see your authentic, original thoughts, and so you will not be able to read or respond to your peers until you have created your initial response. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go all the way back to the module. Once you're finished responding to the discussion board, then that's all you have to do for this week. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. Again, my contact information can be found in that faculty information link. Enjoy your first week of this class, really diving into what it means when we say child, family, and community. Have a great week, and we will be talking soon.